So we start off with Lies of P. I've already mentioned this one, so I won't spend too much time here. Basically, this is a Souls-like game where they take the story of Pinocchio and set it in the Belle Epoque era in France, which is basically the period between the late 1800s until the First World War. Graphically, it looks pretty good. The demos, I believe, about 23 GB in download, so it's a little on the big side, but it is available. It was available before this event as well, so you are not short of time. You can try it out whenever you want. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. If you're a fan of Souls-like games, check this out. Let me know what you think. And yeah, so this is the first one. Next, we have the Invincible. So this Invincible is a narrative, futuristic, story-driven game. It's based on a novel, sci-fi basically, and it is published by 11-bit Studios, the people behind games like the Frostpunk or This War of Mine, stuff like that. Again, it looks pretty good. I've heard great things about the novel. I've not read it myself, but the YouTuber Gord, he mentioned that he's a big fan of the novel, so maybe this is something worth checking out. By the way, check out Gord, makes great content. So yeah, so this is the second game, the Invincible. Next we have On Guard. So this is a sword fighting game, cartoony style. It kind of looks like Overwatch in many ways, but without the guns. You have swords and stuff. Looks interesting. I'm not sure if this will be a free-to-play game in the future or if this is going to be a paid game. It does look nice. It's got that bit of Sea of Thieves and, like I said, Overwatch feel to it. I don't know if this is a single-player game. Hang on. It is a single-player game. Okay. Like, I don't know why, because I assumed it was like Overwatch. It might be a multiplayer game, but this is a single-player game. So this might actually be even better. So this comes out in August. Demo is available. Next, we have Viewfinder. So Viewfinder is a puzzle, first-person puzzle platformer style game. It reminds me a little bit of The Witness, and yeah, updated visuals maybe slightly, but very familiar feel to it. And I think there might be some abstract puzzles. So the description here says, challenge perception, redefine reality, and reshape the world around you with an instant camera. Viewfinder is a new single-player game offering gamers hours of interesting and fun experiences while uncovering the mysteries left behind. Next is a popular game, House Flipper 2. So House Flipper 1 was a bit of a hit. It was one of those games where you fix up old houses, sell them, repair them, improve the interior, stuff like that. And so this is House Flipper 2, more of the same, obviously with some improvements, better graphics, stuff like that. The demo is available here for House Flipper 2. The full game is expected this year. They don't have an exact date or exact month even, but I believe it should be out later this year. I think we have more beachfront properties or something in this one based on the video here. Yeah, it looks nice. I've played a little bit and I liked it. Now this next one, this is something I'm really looking forward to. Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew. So this is a pirate RPG with some curses and stuff like that. This is made by the same people who made Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, and Desperados 3. So this is a stealth-based RPG, tactical fantasy, obviously. They have a bit of strategy. You know those games where you have to wait for guards to go, pass from their cone of vision and stuff like that. But the visuals look very, very good in this one. I really like it. The Shogun game was good and Desperados looked interesting, but this pirate theme I think is the best overall. So this demo is available. I think this might be only available during this next fest period. So make sure to try this because I've been waiting to try this and it wasn't available until now. Also, the full game comes out in August. Next is Grand Emprise Time Travel Survival. This is a very interesting one because I believe this is made by one person. It's got that Ark Survival Evolved feel to it, but looks very good still with the graphics. If it is indeed made by one person, then it is amazing. I saw a tweet for this game a few months ago and I retweeted it because I was like really impressed and I wanted to try this. So I'm very happy to see a demo for this game. And yeah, it looks amazing. Some of the settings and the visuals here, because of the time travel element, you have different time periods. Unlike Ark, where you are just basically in the period with dinosaurs and stuff, this is futuristic. There are places that look like Far Cry. There are futuristic settings. There are, interiors. There's an Arctic setting. Everything looks amazing here. So this is coming out in July. So next month. This looks amazing, man. I wish I could sit down and play games like this. Next is Punch Club 2 Fast Forward. So there was a Punch Club game a few years ago made by the same people who made Graveyard Keeper. Now this is the second game, and basically you are a boxing manager or something. You have to manage boxers. It's a management sim where you train fighters and have like fights and stuff like that. Time management, resource management type of deal. Sports theme basically. So this is when is the full game coming? It's coming out in July, 20th of July this year. So very close, and the demo is available like I mentioned. You can pre-purchase as well, but you could try out the demo first and see if you like it. Another game that I've been waiting for patiently for a while, this is Gord. Now Gord is once again a survival fantasy city builder style game set in a sort of Slavic folklore mythical stuff here. And this is a single player game, and basically there's some sort of darkness and weird creatures outside, and you have to just survive within your village, fortify, deal with things that are happening. And I believe this is made by some of the ex CD Projekt devs, if I'm not mistaken, because I read about this a while ago, and graphically it looks good. And here you can play, I think, the first two scenarios in the demo. The full game comes out on the 8th of August, but if they're offering us a couple of scenarios to play, I think this is fantastic. So basically colony sim, RTS, and strategy. Now if you saw yesterday's video about the game set in Australia, I mentioned Broken Roads. Broken Roads is again post-apocalyptic game, RPG, CRPG set in Australia. This has a demo as well right now. Try this out. If you liked games like Disco Elysium or the earlier Fallout games, I think you should like this. It's got that similar feel to it. I like the look of it, the art style, the isometric perspective is also excellent for this setting. So yeah, check this out. Full game again comes out soon. They don't have a fixed date, maybe this year, maybe later, but the demo is available here. Sea of Stars is our next game. Now this is a game made in the classic RPG style, JRPG style. I like the look of this. The colors are very nice, vibrant, and this got a bit delayed from what I remember. I think this was expected to come out last year, got delayed, and I think this comes out later this year, hopefully without any further delays. So 29th of August is the release date for this one. Full game, and the demo of course is available right now to try out. I think this is the first time you've seen the demo, so yeah, this has been on my wish list for a while. So looking forward to this. If you are a fan of JRPGs, check this out. Now another city builder survival style game similar to something like Frostpunk is New Cycle. In fact, this is much more similar than something like Gord, for example. This is a future where solar flares have caused issues. So in Frostpunk we had like cold temperatures and freezing everywhere. This is the opposite here, I guess. And again, you have to shelter and survive in these harsh climates, but this is more of your traditional looking survival city builder, I guess, because it has like the usual trees cutting down and stuff like that. Frostpunk was all cold and very harsh conditions. Here I suppose it's harsh, but in the other extreme. So in fact, initially I thought this was like another game by the same people. It looks so similar, but it is from a different publisher. Now this should be very interesting to Indians. This game is called Venba, and this is a cooking game about an Indian mom who's migrated to Canada. So there's a story about the family as well as the cooking game within it. So a South Indian touch to this. And yeah, I am quite interested to see what kind of Indian foods they show in this game. So this is available, the demo is available, the full game comes out at the end of July, 31st of July. And yeah, let's see what this is. Now our next game is SteamWorld Build. So if you are familiar with the other SteamWorld games, they are quite fun. You had SteamWorld Dig, SteamWorld Heist. So this is a city builder within the same sort of, what do you call this? Which punk is this? A steampunk, I guess, setting. So yeah, looks very good again from the visuals, and it should be fun. I don't know if it's just a city builder or if it has more things to do, maybe fighting creatures and stuff like that, so maybe a bit of survival elements as well. But yeah, these games are quite fun, usually not expensive either, so this one is probably uh, going to be not too expensive when it launches. And yeah, it's coming out soon. I don't know if it is this year, but the demo is available for you to try. And then my final pick is One Lonely Outpost, another game that I've had on my wish list for a while. This is again a sort of Stardew Valley style farming life sim style game, but in like space. So this is a sci-fi style Stardew Valley basically. So you go into space, different planets, set up your bases, do some gardening, farming, stuff like that. And yeah, again, looks good. Sandbox feel to it. Early access comes out end of July once again. So not too far away. So yeah, that's a quick look at a bunch of games here. I think about 15 I picked for this one. Obviously there are hundreds more. So I'll try and sift through and find something more interesting. But out of these, I'm very interested in Gord, in the new cycle, Shadow Gambit, that's another one, Broken Roads. Those four games are on top of my uh, wish list and something I want to play. In fact, maybe one or two more that I'm not remembering right now. So yeah, let me know if any of these look interesting. Thank you for watching. See you next time.